But if there is a favorite to finish in the top two, it would be 27-year-old Josh Davis, triple gold medalist from the 96 Olympics. Most golds, Rowdy, by any American man at those games.
You know, I have seen Josh Davis take a lot of races out very fast, but I've never seen Josh take it out that fast.
And he's still ahead of world record pace at the halfway mark. Davis looks like he's going to win it, and Davis sets an American record. He breaks a 12-year-old mark. What a swim for Davis.
Welcome to the Ultimate Swimmer Podcast. I'm your host, three-time Olympic gold medalist and captain of the 2000 USA team, Josh Davis. Here at Ultimate Swimmer, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you to be the very best version of you, physically, mentally, and spiritually, on your swimming journey. This podcast is geared primarily for those of us in the aquatic disciplines of age group swimming, college swimming, para swimming, open water swimming, and master swimming. But we welcome all who are interested in peak performance, pursuing excellence, and swimming with purpose. So whether you are just starting out in the pool or you've been swimming your entire life, you were born for the water, and you were also born for greatness. So each week we will explore the 7 core habits of achieving greatness that will help take you to the next level in your journey to becoming an ultimate swimmer. This episode is brought to you by Breakout Swim Clinics, the longest-running swim clinic tour of swimming Olympians in U.S. history. Breakout Swim Clinics has been providing swim clubs with the biggest Olympic names for the best prices with gold medal service since 1997. Go to breakoutswimclinic.com and bring some of their great Olympians to your team to help your swimmers break out. Bigger names, better prices, gold medal service. Break out with the best. breakoutswimclinic.com. Welcome, everybody, to another Ultimate Swimmer Podcast show. I'm your host, Josh Davis, and I'm very excited about this week's guest. He's was one of the fastest high schoolers around, and now he's one of the fastest in college, and he's also one of the fastest guys ever out of Wisconsin. There's been several fast guys from Wisconsin, but he's one of the best ever, and now he's an Olympic trials hopeful for Tokyo 21, and he's the Big 12 record holder for my alma mater, the University of Texas, baby. So please welcome to the show, Danny Krueger, a true ultimate swimmer. Welcome to the show, Danny.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on.
Now, how should I address you, Dan, Danny, or DK?
DK works great. Thank you.
Okay, that's cool. So your close buds call you DK, and I think it's a great nickname. So thanks for letting us in and letting us call you DK. So real quick, where you are now in life. You're in your junior year in Austin, Texas. What meet did you just have? And what are you doing this week in your life?
So this week, last week, well, I guess I'll start with the meet. The meet was the U.S. Open, and it was a really good learning experience. I really liked, I think that it was a really fun, just get ready and get racing again experience. So that was, it was really fun to just stay with my teammates and to really become a team again with Texas and to, get racing. And this week has actually been really nice. We've started taper. So that it's been a great week of just kind of actually waking up in the morning at a reasonable hour. So that's it's been exciting, and it's also been really nice to get the rest and to really get the energy back into the muscles once more. So I haven't had a rest for a long time, so it's really exciting.
That's good. Yeah, you guys are tapering for what meet is coming up?
I think that we have an invite coming up right after Thanksgiving, so it should be a really exciting meet, and yeah, we're all looking forward to it. So
yeah, so you guys have really gone fast at that meet the last few years. And what teams are coming to the Texas Invite next week or in 2 weeks to race you guys? Because I know it might be a new schedule with Corona.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm not sure right now. I'm sure that Eddie and Wyatt have figured something out. I'm actually not sure who's coming. I mean, obviously, because of Corona, it's a different schedule this year. So it'll be interesting. And even if it's just a couple of teams, it'll still be an exciting week of racing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's always a great meet. You guys do well. Always get a lot of NC2A cuts. And I'm so glad Eddie lets you shave and taper, because for years and years when I was there, he never let us shave and taper December 1st for the invite. We were always tired and hairy, and everybody would beat us. And so I'm glad he lets you guys rest a little bit now.
Oh, I know. And it's the same way with dual meets now, I guess, I suppose. being tired and swimming fast. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's good news. Well, I want to go back to your childhood in McFarland, Wisconsin. By the way, I have to say, what kind of bird do you have in the background there?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Senegal parrot. It's a tiny little green, beautiful bird. It's it's about yay big, and it's just really nice bird. Yeah.
Now, did you have that bird before Michael Andrew had his bird?
Yeah. I had my bird since I was like 7 or something, 5.
So maybe he copied you and wanted a cool bird like you had.
I guess.
Anyway, yeah, it's fun when you have smart, cool birds like that. So growing up in McFarland, Wisconsin, tell us about your childhood, when you got started swimming, what your parents and coaches did well that set you on a good trajectory.
Yeah, so I got started swimming when I was around age 6, and I swam at the local McFarland club team, and I swam with them my entire career. So I mean, it was really due to their coaching and due to the coaches at McFarland who really helped me out. And it was just it was a great experience. I mean, each level I felt like at McFarland it was a level of growth and a level of new opportunities. And so I remember it was a really cool experience. Both from growing with the same friends over that period of time and also growing in strokes and stuff like that. And so one of the things that we really focused on at McFarland and trying to improve was really keep the details as best we could. And so we were trying to focus on just improving little minute, stroke details and get the stroke perfect. And we didn't really focus a ton on muscling or training, aerobic training until much older. And so in my early career, it was almost all stroke work. And I still remember coming home every single day and my parents would ask me, what's one thing that you learned or one thing that you made better, at practice. And so I was always really excited to tell them about some sort of thing that I had improved on my turn or, how my streamline was coming along. And so I still feel like that's a big asset today. And it's always, even today, I'm still working on something with my stroke or with, my entry. And yeah, that was really in my earlier career, I think what really helped me out. So.
Well, I had the privilege of coming to your town and your club team and doing a clinic with you. I guess it's been about 5 years now.
That was a blast. Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. We got to work together on technique and then we raced together at the end and you beat me, but that's okay, which is appropriate. But no, I love getting to know your coaches and you have a great team and that's, I like how it's a humble, cozy environment, but they really, like you said, pay attention to the details, pay attention to technique, and that's the foundation you want, a love of swimming, a great technique, and that allows for great things later on. So that's
absolutely.
cool.
And I think that they just built a new pool too, which is really exciting. So
that's awesome.
The community, yeah.
We need to come back and give another clinic to inaugurate the new pool.
Absolutely.
You can break some pool records there.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Well, you get pretty fast towards the end of high school. What was your fastest time out of high school in the 50 and 100 free?
50 and 100 free. I think that coming out of high school, I was 48 long course meter 100 free. And I think I was 22.8 long course meter 50 free. And I think short course, I was 42 and 19 mid or something like that. I don't exactly remember. 19, yeah.
So pretty good times. I was watching you in Iowa at Junior Nationals because my son Luke Davis was there doing some fly and you were there doing some free. So that was just a few years ago, and you did very well there. And so
Thank you.
That put you as one of the top high schoolers in the country. And how did you had your pick of anywhere. And so how did you decide to go to Texas?
Texas? I mean,
all the opportunities you had.
Texas is it's an amazing culture. And I mean, it's what you set up and it's what, people like Ian and obviously yourself, it's just an amazing culture of fast swimming and just keeping the focus on fast swimming. It's really fun to, just have a good group of guys you can hang out with and just focus on getting faster. And also, something that's really cool with Texas is that Eddie and Wyatt, they both respect, your academic goals. And so that was something that was really crucial to me as an electrical engineer. I really wanted a program that would be able to work with work with a tough engineering schedule and stuff. And Eddie really has created that. And the culture of the team has also permitted that. I mean, we have pre-med majors, and it's really exciting to have a bunch of guys who are dedicated to a single goal and to really becoming, student athletes, which is really cool. It's a really fun experience.
Yeah, that is tremendous, because it is difficult to balance the student athlete, to study 20 hours, 30 hours a week and train 20 plus hours a week. So it's definitely the hardest schedule a young person can take on. And you're in one of the hardest schedules, the hardest majors that a young person can take on. And you do it with excellence. So give us some of the highlights of your academic endeavors at UT.
Academic endeavors. Well, let me think. I guess one of the really cool things that I was able to do was build a robot in one of my classes. That was really fun. It was I was on a team with 4 other people, and we built this robot that could complete a little course, which was really cool. And the classes there they're awesome. And then for my one of my other classes, I built like a little handheld video game. So I mean, it's a really, really fun school environment or electrical engineering environment, which I really like. So,
yeah. Well, I know it was important for you to be challenged, but at the same time have the flexibility to reach academic and swimming goals. I want to go backwards just a second, because one of the unique things about you and your folks, by the way, your folks are amazing. They did a good job. They homeschooled you pretty much the whole way through K-12, right?
Thank you. Yeah, they did all the way through high school. So, and now I guess with Corona, I guess they're still home.
Well, they did an unbelievable job, because you came in with all kinds of credits and smarts, just ready to attack the engineering program at UT, and you're doing it great. But one of the cool things, your dad is a pilot, and you guys were able to fly y'all's own little private plane to some swim meets. And when I heard that for the first time, I was fascinated that you were able to fly to some of your meets, the 3 of you, your mom and dad, and you can fit in the back. Even amazingly, at 6'9", you were able to fit in the back of that plane. And tell us a little bit about what that was like, getting to travel together in your own plane.
Sure. I mean, that was actually that was one of the most fun things from my club career, because it was actually the reason that I was able to make my first national junior team trip, was because we flew ourselves down to San Antonio from Madison, Wisconsin. Because we basically we took the plane and just packed up a couple days before the meet, and we flew down, and we were actually able to visit the Andrews in Kansas back when they lived in Kansas. That was really fun. And we visited them, stopped off there for the night, and then we flew down the rest of the way to junior nationals at San Antonio that year, which was really exciting. And I was actually able to qualify for nationals, a meet like a couple weeks or like a week after. And instead, because we didn't have the commercial flights, we didn't have to go back to Wisconsin. And so we just pretty much booked an extra week at the hotel, and I was able to swim at nationals right after junior nationals, and then I qualified for Singapore, which is a couple weeks after that. So it was actually, it provided me a lot of flexibility, which was it was a blast. I mean, flying to a meet, it was actually fairly convenient, and it helped me out a lot there, which was really fun. And it was also funny because on the Team USA trips, how they give you like a box of goodies or whatever. And one of the funny things that I remember from that trip was actually trying to fit that onto the airplane, because the airplane was a bit small for it. So I had to cozy up with some stuff. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's worth it to get the free stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But I got to cheer you on, and we got to hang out and do some meals that week together in San Antonio. And I remember you did junior nationals, then senior nationals, then made the USA junior team. And tell us what you remember about Singapore, because Singapore is a very interesting town, very cool, very clean, very rich. Tell us what that trip was like.
Yeah, Singapore, I mean, there's nothing like your first trip, right? I mean, it was so exciting representing the USA for the first time and doing it in Singapore, which is, really far away. That was really cool. It was definitely the furthest I had ever flown on a plane, and I think it still is. And so arriving in that town, it was really cool, and it was just something completely different. I mean, it was it was very clean, as you said. It's just, and it's beautiful too. I mean, you see all these, skyscrapers and stuff, and it's really cool. I think that we were staying on like the, 15th or something floor in the Singapore hotel, it's really cool, and looking out over the city, which is really awesome. So, I mean, great town. I mean, I don't think I was able to see Joe Schooling there, but it was really cool. I saw the banners of him. So it's always exciting being in Singapore.
So no Joe Schooling sightings while you were there, but okay. Who are some of the folks on that USA junior team with you that you still keep in touch with now?
Oh, the folks. Well, let's see here. I mean, Austin Katz. I mean, he was one of the first people that I saw off the plane, and he's still on the UT team, obviously. So I see him on a daily basis. And then let me think. Reese Whitley is another guy. He was just starting to make the junior team at that point, and Michael Andrew was also on that trip. And yeah, I mean, I can still probably go down the list and name a lot of these people where they, went to school with. Ryan Hoffer, again, another good friend of mine. Michael Jensen also graduated, I think, fairly recently. So yeah, it was a really cool trip. And I think that a lot of those people ended up doing quite well. So yeah, it was really cool.
Well, the USA junior team is a great program that equips and inspires our nation's top high schoolers to get used to swimming for red, white, and blue, and get used to international competition, so that when and if they go to the Olympics, they kind of have some more experience under their belt, and it really is helpful. So I'm so glad you got to do that. I was lucky to be part of the very first USA junior team in 1989.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. We went to Paris and East Berlin.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, we did a little 2-week trip, and we just hit those cities, boom, boom, and we raced. They had World Cups back then. So we had a World Cup stop in Paris, a World Cup stop in East Berlin, and we raced at those two meets, and I'll never forget it. It was really, really inspiring.
Yeah, that's cool. It always is.
I began to see myself wearing the red, white, and blue more and wanting to make the next team.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
I wanted to take a moment from this fascinating interview to let you know about a new partner for the Ultimate Swimmer podcast, and that is SwimShare. SwimShare is a free workout riding tool. Just Google SwimShare, all one word, SwimShare. And you can put in today's workout in just a few clicks, and it sends and stores all your workouts within seconds. The first workout you'll see on there is one of my favorites from yours truly. Check out SwimShare and take your workouts to the next level. Send, store, and share your swimming masterpieces with SwimShare. Swimming with the GMX7 training resistance system allows me and my swimmers to not just go 25s, but 50s and beyond. GMX7 training allows you to get strength gains faster, engage the core more, feel the catch of the water better, and get more work done in less time. GMX7training.com. Don't just get strong, get swimming strong. Check it out at gmx7training.com. You're at Texas now. Freshman year was awesome. You went 41-4 at NC2As in Austin. And it wasn't quite the team goals y'all wanted, but you had an outstanding freshman year, big point contributor. And what do you remember, and what do you think you learned from your freshman year, going 41-4 your freshman year?
Well, I think I learned a lot about trusting the process and just being able to, just to be able to put in the work at the beginning of the season. I mean, what was really unique about that particular freshman year was I didn't have an invite because I got sick at invite. I had a fever for a couple of days, and so it was I was totally out, and I lost a bunch of weight, and so I guess it was just it was a really cool experience to even make NCAAs after that, and then to perform there, to perform well there was really exciting. So I was really happy with that, and it just taught me a lot about trusting the process and being able to adapt to change. So it was a really cool experience, and it was also something that was totally unexpected. So,
yeah, well, that's always a good drop. I mean, you were very, very fast out of high school at 42 high, but then to drop over a second and go 41-4 in 1 year is really special. Everybody always asks, what is it about Eddie's program? What is it about the team? What is it about your workouts? And it's hard to say just one thing because, there's really nothing that special about the weights, and there's really nothing that special about the sets. It's just the level of intensity, consistency and intensity that's pretty awesome over time. It just kind of pays off. How would you describe your experience with Eddie and the UT team, and what has set the team apart?
Well, I guess I would say that kind of what sets us apart is, just the ability of Eddie and Wyatt and the coaching staff to just really, I guess, take us, to the next level in terms of personal care and just taking care of each person. I mean, I remember pre-COVID, every single day you would walk out. I mean, one of the things that you would do is you would shake Eddie's hand as you left the door. And I think that was something really special, and it's something it's really cool just to be able to realize that, your coach is there with you even when you're training really hard. And obviously, also to have your teammates around you, that's a really cool experience as well. So it's something that Eddie's worked on for a long time, and it's been obviously it's still working. So it's just a blast, and I mean, yeah, it's a really cool. What do you think, actually? What do you think about your experience at Texas?
Yeah, I think with Eddie, there's a lot of things that are the same, and yet he does a great job bringing in different aspects and looking at things from a different angle. I mean, the pulleys now are very cool because now you've got everything. You finally got the outdoor pool, which I know you guys have loved being outdoors.
Absolutely, yeah.
Getting a little vitamin D. You've got the pulleys. You got the main competition pool, which is the best in the world, and then we have great weight rooms and to use, and just kind of a nice locker room. But basically, we have the whole formula ready now that we have the outdoor pool done.
Yeah, and what's really nice about the outdoor pool is that we keep it long course a lot of the time. So we've been training more long course lately, which is really cool. So
yeah, that's a great setup. When you can get some great work done, short course inside, long course outside, pulleys in the diving well, weights 3 times a week. I mean, that is an awesome formula. And
absolutely.
What I remember is we would do a 30-minute warm up, and then we just go hard after that. There was just all hard. And but every day was creative. Every day was a little different. Every day was productive for our races. And I call it, in 3 words, it's creative, productive, pain. So it's painful, but it was productive for our events, and it was creative and different. And so that kept it fresh, and we just kept coming back every day. And then you respect Eddie so much that you want to work hard for him. You trust him and respect him so much. You wanted to work hard. You wanted to follow through and not let him down. So I think
definitely.
That was a big part of it.
Yeah, and then I guess with COVID too, it was interesting. I think that he actually ramped up our yardage and stuff, and so I was like, I'll take it easy on us. But no, it was actually pretty tough. So that was pretty fun.
You had to make up for some lost time there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I got to call your races in February, like 2 weeks before Corona shut us down. It was February 27th in West Virginia at the Big 12 Championships, and you threw down new Big 12 records, 19-1 and 41-2, and you weren't shaved and tapered yet. And I was like, holy cow. If this guy shaves and tapers next month, it's going to be amazing. and then we never found out. So
it was just it was blast. I mean, I loved seeing you there, and yeah, it was a really fun meet, and yeah, it was a lot of fun racing. Mostly Maxime and Drew. I think I raced in the 200, which was a lot of fun, and so it was just it was a blast and a really, I guess, free experience. So that was really fun at Big 12s, and yeah, I guess it is a little bit of a pity that NCAA's it had to be shut down, which was too bad, but I mean, it was really exciting to end on a high note and to come out of Big 12s with some nice times. So I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you too. I remember the last morning of the 100 free. It's a pretty low key meet. because, we only have 3 guys teams, TCU, West Virginia, Texas. And so, it's not a super high pressure thing and everybody's having a great time. And so we were in the warm-up pool an hour before the 100 free, and some of the Texas guys are jacking around, not doing a full complete warm-up, and which they're good enough to get away with that, so it's not, I'm not knocking them, but you did a correct full warm-up. And I was so proud of you because we didn't know that there was going to be, no NC2As and no rest of the season. But because you warmed up properly and because you prepared properly, you went and broke the Big 12 record and did a lifetime best time, 41.2. And the other guys swam fine. But in hindsight, I bet you're glad you warmed up properly and you prepared properly and you gave that meet the respect it deserves. So any of your thoughts? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to have a lot of fun at a meet, and you just gotta, it's about having fun and it's about enjoying the sport. But I mean, at the same time, you also have to warm up you have to take every single opportunity that you get to swim fast. And so I felt like it was a good pool and it was a good situation. And I thought, I would go for it. And so that was, and I guess it did teach me a lot about taking every single opportunity seriously, because I mean, now there is a lot of doubt about which meets are going to go off. And so you do have to take every single meet, to some degree, seriously. And so it's becoming a little bit more exciting at every single level, and it's becoming a little bit more just taking advantage of the opportunities. So I guess it's a really cool, I guess, paradigm shift. So
yeah, that's good. Well, I think that's should be an encouragement to a lot of young swimmers out there that, yeah, you want to always strive for that balance of having fun, making memories with your teammates, but at the same time, not wasting a championship opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, and there are good ways to goof off too, and just not, waste your energy. So
yeah, that's cool. Well, one of the things that we try and talk about on this Ultimate Swimmer podcast is the ultimate swimmer knows how to develop themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so you've obviously achieved some awesome stuff physically in the sport of swimming, become one of the fastest in your age group of all time. You're one of the top in your class at UT in electrical engineering, an incredibly challenging degree. And you also develop yourself spiritually. You grew up in a Christian home. You grew up studying the Bible seriously. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, you often sometimes do your Bible studies not in English, but in Greek.
Yeah, I did learn Greek. That was fun.
So I think that's awesome that you taught yourself Greek and you enjoy reading the Bible in the original Greek. I think that's pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I guess it is really fun to be able to add the spiritual element in and to just really experience the peace that God gives you in the sport of swimming. I mean, it's a very competitive environment, and it's just good to know that you're always that God's always with you, and that you can always rest in peace of that. And so that always is really encouraging for me, especially right before a big meet. My favorite Bible verse is Philippians 1:6, having become confident of this, that he who began a good work in me will carry it on to completion. And I guess it's a really good reminder for me to just, remember to enjoy the process and to just stay at peace and to really just enjoy the race as it goes. So yeah, and to stay in the moment too. It really is cool to think of what God's doing through you during a race.
It is cool to know that God loves you. It is cool to be a Christian and to develop yourself spiritually. And so that's a message that we want the young swimmers and any age swimmers on this podcast to know, that, to respect your spiritual development is very cool. And you don't want to be weak in any of the areas. You want to develop yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know, you don't want to be weak in any of the areas. So I appreciate how you're strong in all three areas and taking the time to develop yourself spiritually. And you and I have been on some Bible retreats together in the Texas Hill Country, and you know, we have some great memories. Even though we missed a couple of practices for that, it paid off. So to have that balance really does help.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, keeping the right balance is definitely a key. I remember Maya Dorado at junior camp one year. She was talking about keeping the mental and swimming balance, and she was talking about how, you know, if you have you know, you can basically when you can't think anymore for your school, you go and you swim hard, and so and then when you can't swim anymore, you go back to your mental stuff. And so I think that's exactly, you know, how you pretty much try and incorporate all three elements. You know, whenever you can't study anymore, you move to maybe more of the spiritual end, and then whenever, you know, that is kind of fulfilled, you move on to swimming, and you push yourself as hard as you can. And so it's a really fulfilling process, I think. And yeah, I've loved to be a part of it. So.
Yeah, that's so cool. I think that's a great encouragement to everybody out there, because you really need that balance going into the Olympic trials. The trials is the most pressure-filled, most difficult swimming event on the planet.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, trials it's a whole nother level. I've only been to one before, actually swum at one, but I mean, it was crazy. It was a really cool experience. I loved just, you know, being in the warm-up pool and watching the races. It was really fun. It was a really cool experience.
So tell us what your mindset is going into June. You know, what, you know, can you, if you're willing to share with us your goals and what you're looking forward to for Omaha in June?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. My goal is basically, I know this isn't really a time goal, but my biggest goal for going into June is probably to work on the back half 50 of my 100 race. And so I'd really like to just be able to drill the back half. That's something that I've been working on, and I think that I was able to improve a lot at Open. So that was really fun. And I think that in order to get there, I'm going to try and do a lot more long course training. So that should be really just an exciting experience. And I'm really looking forward to Omaha. That should be a fun meet.
Well, we're looking forward to watching you swim there, and you're going to have us and many fans cheering you on and behind you and supporting you. So we'd like to close with a little lightning round of your favorite things.
Okay.
So I'll ask the question. You just yell out your favorite thing. Are you ready?
Sounds great. Yeah, sure.
All right. Favorite color.
Favorite color. Blue.
Nice. Me too. Favorite food, dessert, restaurant. Anything food related? What's one of your favorites?
Ooh, food related. Well, I mean, nothing beats Mama's cooking. Let me think. Well, there's Kirby Lane is a really cool restaurant in Texas. I love that.
Yes, I have eaten there so many times, and after a hard practice, and it always hits the spot. So, yeah. Okay, your favorite swimming event?
Favorite swimming event? Probably the 100 short course. Yeah, that's
okay. Good. Favorite pool to race or swim, train in?
Either UT or UE Pewee. That's probably UT though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Favorite city you've ever visited for a swim meet or as a tourist?
Singapore, definitely.
Yeah. Favorite book or movie?
Favorite book? Ooh, Tolkien. Probably the Two Towers. That was my favorite.
Awesome. Favorite subject in the school?
Ooh, anything math or physics related.
What is the highest level math or physics class you've taken?
I've taken like a calc above calc 3. I also took differential equations, so it's one of those two. So
pretty high up there. That's good. And you gave us your favorite Bible verse. Do you have another favorite?
Yeah, I think it was Philippians 4:8 or 4:9. It was another verse about peace. I forget the exact phrasing though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I used to have that one as my favorite too. So that's a good one. Well, I think this has been fascinating to get to know you a little bit better, Danny, DK. And, it's so cool to find young people like yourself who are doing great things in the pool, in the classroom, and in their spiritual walk. And it is possible to be great at all three. And it is possible to have that balance, where you can be a great swimmer and yet your head doesn't get too big and you're able to stay humble and still recognize it all comes from God and you give God credit. And you're also able to make straight A's in school and be top of your class. It really inspires us to see what's possible when you use your time wisely and you invest your time wisely and you listen to your teachers and your parents and your coaches. It's just awesome to see.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, it was a pleasure to be on, and thank you so much. I mean, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's very fulfilling. So I love it.
Yeah. Well, keep it up, and we can't wait to see you around the pool soon. And keep up the great work being an ultimate swimmer, and hook 'em horns.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you too.
I want to take a moment to tell you about my favorite swim cap, the Hammerhead Swim Cap. It's the safest, fastest, longest lasting, most comfortable swim cap in the world. Its one-of-a-kind patented honeycomb shock-absorbing technology will prevent concussions. And the Hammerhead cap has no wrinkles to ensure top speed with the least resistance. And it's super comfortable. That's easy to get on and easy to get off, and it will never tear. This is the last cap you will ever need to buy. Safety and speed, all at hammerheadswimcaps.com. Thank you for joining us on this Ultimate Swimmer podcast. We hope you enjoyed hearing from these Olympians and life champions and how certain habits and decisions help them on their journey, and they can help you too. If there is an ultimate swimmer from your team that you would like to nominate that we can recognize on our show, just email me at josh@joshdavis.com. That's josh@joshdavis.com. And tell us about how your ultimate swimmer is making a difference in your swimming community. And that's the goal, to make a difference and swim with purpose. Not only are you getting better, but you're helping those around you get better too. When you realize you were born for the water, born for greatness, and born to serve others, you are on your way to becoming an ultimate swimmer. I'm Josh Davis. Until next time, keep streamlining and keep smiling. See you around the pool soon.